Are we starting?
Yeah. We're the creators of Fable Fun Box. I'm the illustrator and she's the writer.
Yes, I've written the stories.
Today we're going to be carving pumpkins, as you can see. A little
I
lively.
love carving pumpkins.
Is that the right one?
I don't know. I get too excited.
There's bigger ones.
Always use adult supervision and watch your fingers. Right? That's right.
So if you haven't had a chance to listen to our fall stories, they're all on our YouTube. You can check them out.
Since the beginning of Fable Fun Box, before we had any stories planned. Oh! No,
You sure you don't want the big guy?
it's done.
Ooh!
Gorgeous. Nope.
We're gonna make something out of these pumpkin seeds. Okay, so the garden spirit.
Okay, anyway, at the very beginning of us coming up with even the concept of Fable Fun Box, we had these characters in mind that we never really got around to using. So I'm so excited to be kind of circling back to the essence of them in the autumn time when the summer garden has faded and is starting to turn brown. They move into the Witch of the Woods pumpkin patch. They carve their little homes into the pumpkins and they live there through the dark season. And so that is what we're doing today, is carving the little houses for them. They usually do it themselves, but...
Oh, is that what we're doing? That
What?
seems tricky.
Wait, what were you doing?
Just going with the flow.
Yeah, we're making pumpkin houses for our little garden nature spirits. There's a toddler among us. And outside.
Toddlers. So let's talk about some of our fall stories that we already have out.
Okay, let's see.
The first story we ever published in fall was Fable in the Box, and I love that
We
story.
had to have Fable and the Box as our pilot story, if you
Yeah.
will. But it did. That one was so delightful to write. Yes, that's where we meet our main character, our little heroine, Fable. We meet her on her bookshelf house in the cottage of the Witch of the Woods. The Witch of the Woods is a human who is a little bit more in touch with the nature and the nature spirits around her, even though she's a person who can't see them, just like any human. She's aware of them, she believes in their existence, and as such, she likes to leave little gifts for them whenever she can. And so that's where the story begins, is Fable waking up on her bookshelf and finding a box full of little presents from the Witch of the Woods. And it's items to redecorate her house for the changing season, which she does, and it just kind of goes about her day from there. Mm-hmm. The adventure really actually begins in the night when other critters that like books show up, but they don't love books the way Fable does, because she likes stories. She runs into, instead, the silverfish who like to eat the pages. And she's just horrified by someone wanting to destroy her beloved books that she seeks to protect them. Is that so fun? Ooh. Ah! Ah! He's so gooey.
Good enough? Or do I have to clean
No, that
that?
was pretty good.
So then in our next story, we have Wick doing
And
what?
the autumn leaves. That's a very cozy, simple adventure. Just a day in the life more, I guess, than a big... Oh, hi, baby.
Oh, sweet boy.
I get such aggressive hugs. Hi.
You're so sweet. Hugs for me? So, yeah, Wick and the Autumn Leaves. That one takes place when him and Fable, Wick and Fable are best friends.
Yeah, describe Wick for us, because that was a
I will.
very
What a
sweet
delightful
character.
boy. So he is also
Spirit.
a nature spirit. He wears a candle on his head, and he's Fable's best friend. So they are the two spirits that live in the cottage. And Fable lives on the witch's bookshelf, but Wick lives across the way on the witch's mantle. And he lives in one of her lanterns. Yeah, he's so cute, so sweet. And he's like our curious, smart, very wise character. So him and Fable go hand in hand together. And in Wick and the Autumn Leaves, they take a little trip through the forest where you'll learn more about the forest and the spirits of the garden in some of our other stories. But in Wick and the Autumn Leaves, he takes Fable out for a fall adventure where they collect leaves to make a leaf garland.
Okay, so they go out in the forest because Wick is excited to show Fable the changing leaves in the forest. They're all, instead of green, it's just this gorgeous display of fall colors. Fable is sad about the impermanence of the leaves, and so Wick cheers her up by showing her how to preserve a bit of the color by dipping the leaves in beeswax.
Yes, I remember now. That leads us to our third story, which is another craft that Wick, Fable, and Bello do together. So Bello is one of our favorite characters. They're all our favorite character, but we love Bello. He's our sweet, tiny little mushroom spirit, and he lives in the forest in what we call in the Vale. Bello teaches them how to make a mushroom tart. So that one's really a cozy
recipe.
And then we have our second to last story, which introduces Oakley, the acorn spirit, who also lives in the Vale.
She lives up in a tree instead of under the tree in the mushroom circle.
Mm-hmm. And she is very artistic. So she lives in a little studio.
Yeah, the way that Bello keeps on showing up as our recipe guy, Oakley shows up as our arts and crafts girl.
Yes.
That's one day where you learn that sometimes what you have in mind doesn't exactly pan out. And so instead, they end up doing a bit of watercolor, and she helps them turn their pictures into paper lanterns.
So finally, our last story of the season introduces Dew, who's our final character.
She gets a bigger story in season 2.
And that's the 5 characters that we have so far in the series. We'll be introducing more as we expand on our worlds and our stories. But we have Fable, Wick, Oakley, Bello, and Dew. And Dew lives in the well in the garden. In the 5th story,
they're coming back together after their winter rest and meeting up at the little tea house at the base of the wishing well. And they get stopped by some brambles and have to use their smarts and work together to figure out how to reunite with Dew. Cute. Thank you, baby. Kinda works. I wanna go get your brush. It's okay, I'll just use spaghetti, I guess. This is a joke. I could try. The spaghetti? Or do you need a brush? It's actually kind of working. Can you hear the empty space?
Can you hear the empty space? I have completed my project.
No!
What?
I have not.
Do you like it? Thank you.
Almost there. I painted this entirely with spaghetti.
They look so cute. Let's go!
Mine? Yeah. Like partially open.